Before a meal reaches the table, food safety determines whether it protects public health or risks it. Yet, in many food service environments, hygiene assessment is still rely on subjective checklists that produce inconsistent results. Greeting respected judges. My name is Mensur Jamli, and together with me is Dr. Lovelyna Benedict Jipiu. We are pleased to present our innovation, SafeServe360. SafeServe360 is an integrated food safety observation and compliance system designed to transform traditional hygiene inspections into a structured and measurable evaluation tool. Initially developed for UiTM food service environments, the system is also designed to be scalable for broader use across the food service industry. SafeServe 360 introduces a quantitative approach to food safety observation. The system evaluates six key operational areas within food service establishments, namely facilities, storage, service, warewashing, garbage disposal, and pest control. Altogether, the rubric consists of 30 standardized criteria. Each criterion is assessed using a simple but structured scoring system. Yes, no, or not applicable. This approach helps reduce ambiguity and produces clear data-driven insights, allowing operators to better identify areas that require improvement. One of the main motivations behind SafeServe 360 is the gap between classroom learning and industry practice. In many cases, traditional food safety inspections rely heavily on subjective checklists, which can lead to inconsistent evaluations. SafeServe 360 addresses this limitation by introducing a structured and measurable scoring framework. By doing so, the system provides standardized and actionable insights, making food safety evaluation more consistent and reliable. SafeServe 360 is also designed to align with Malaysia's national food safety regulation and industry standards. The rubric cross-references observations with several key frameworks, including the Food Act 1983 and the Food Hygiene Regulations 2009, which establish the legal requirements for food handling and sanitation. In addition, the system supports certification initiatives such as MESTI and BASE, which promote good manufacturing practices and safe food premises. By aligning with these standards, SafeServe 360 ensures that the evaluation process remains both academically relevant and industry applicable. SafeServe 360 follows a structured observation workflow. The process begins with premise selection, where a food service outlet such as cafeteria, kiosk, or even stall is identified. Next, the evaluator conducts direct on-site observation, examining hygiene practices, food handling procedures, and environmental conditions. The SafeServe 360 rubric is then applied to score the compliance level objectively. Finally, the observations are then compiled into measurable outcomes such as chart, percentage, or even compliance rating. The workflow then continues with analysis and improvement. First, the findings are verified against the National Food Safety Standard to ensure regulatory alignment. Next, a summary and set of recommendations are developed to highlight the gaps between current practices and expected safety standard. Finally, the results are translated into optimization outputs where practical actions are proposed to improve hygiene practices and operational performance. In this way, SafeServe 360 not only evaluate food safety but also support the continuous improvement. SafeServe 360 operates through what we describe as dual engine framework. From an educational perspective, It serves as an assessment tool that allows educators to evaluate student competencies while providing students with experiential learning opportunities. At the same time, the system also functions as an industry compliance tool, enabling food service operators to conduct self audits and identify hygiene gaps. This dual functionality allows SafeServe360 to support both academic learning and industry practice. Beyond operational improvements, SafeServe360 also contributes to community health and trust. By strengthening hygiene monitoring and compliance, the system helps reduce potential risks associated with foodborne illnesses. It also empowers students through hands on food safety learning, preparing them more effectively for professional practice. For vendors, SafeServe360 provides structured feedback for operational improvement, while for consumer, it strengthens confidence in food safety standards. Although SafeServe 360 was initially developed as an academic teaching and research instrument, it also demonstrates strong potential for industry application. Our long-term vision is to transform this methodology into a scalable toolkit that can support food service operators, trainers, and auditors. Through this transition, SafeServe 360 can evolve from university-based tool into a practical compliance and improvement framework for the food service industry. To support this transition, we propose a four-phase development roadmap. As you can see in the diagram, in the slide, the first phase is focuses on using SafeServe 360 as a campus-level audit tool. Moving to the second phase, it expands the system to support industry self-audits. And the third phase involves digital transformation, integrating the rubric into mobile and cloud-based platforms. Finally, the fourth phase introduces consultancy licensing, where the system can be adopted by food safety professionals and auditors. Looking ahead, SafeServe 360 has strong potential for digital innovation. Through a mobile or cloud-based application, operators could monitor hygiene compliance through real-time analytic dashboards. This system could also generate automated regulatory reports, simplifying documentation for inspection and certification processes. In addition, a subscription-based model could support continuous monitoring while also creating sustainable business opportunities. In conclusion, SafeServe 360 transform traditional food safety observation into structured, measurable, and practical system. By integrating education, regulatory alignment, and digital innovation, this approach helps bridge the gap between academic knowledge and real-world food service practice. We believe SafeServe 360 offers meaningful potential to enhance food safety standards, professional training, and industry development. Thank you very much for your attention.